Hey guys, it's week 6. First things first, I've gotten a few questions about things that are in the weekly announcements. So if you are not looking at those, it's just in the left sidebar. Let me see. I have my phone over here and laptop kind of down here. Because my laptop keeps crashing recording videos in QuickTime. I don't know what that is about. It's at the very top. So there's the start here, meet your instructor. Hi, that's me. Syllabus and textbooks, and then announcements. You should be able to subscribe with that. It's really hard for me as instructor to figure out what those exact steps are. But if you're not looking at those usually are shared out every Saturday morning. If it was like a big Prada, you say they drop on Saturday. I don't know that I'm that cool to say it, even though I just did. Please be sure and take a look at those. The last couple weeks I've been sharing some great resources about infographics, and even though the same ones already do, I got a lot of emails, like a lot saying, what infographics do you recommend? So if you've made it this far, you're watching this video, so that's another big thing that you definitely want to do every week. This replaces like the 4-hour class period, in a short, less than 10-minute video. So this week you have some readings. The Brumbaugh book, as usual, is quite short. It has some great things around YouTube, Hangouts, Goo.gl, the QR code reader, and even just in general about QR codes and how you might generate QR codes and connect kind of analog and digital, and fun ways to bring kind of YouTube into the classroom. So again, every technology book is outdated as soon as it's published. The idea, though, is that grab the idea and then figure out kind of the tool. The tool is always going to change. But this book has good ideas, and the ideas are always there. This discussion board prompt, you guys are killing it with discussion boards. Keep up those conversations. This one is my favorite. I'm responsible for 501. I'm the SME, the subject matter expert. So I get to make sure the course is up to date. So amongst other things, I've revised some of the discussion prompts, and this one is one I have written. I inherited a handful from my predecessor, but this one's my favorite. The 8 core competencies that Sir Ken Robinson talks about. I'll just read them because they're so fun to say. Curiosity, creativity, criticism, communication, collaboration, compassion, composure, citizenship. Of those, which one resonates with you? It's amazing to hear what you share and how you respond thoughtfully to each other. There's a quick video where I interviewed Matt Miller as we were at the first Cubehold Symposium. We were presenting back to back from one session to another, walking down the hallway, kind of rethinking how we can break out of the mold as educators. If you don't know Matt, he has a book, Ditch That Textbook, that's great. It's about, we as educators own what we should be teaching our kids. The textbook isn't responsible for it, we are. So it's really a story of empowering. I just noticed that, did somebody write a little cartoon cat on that whiteboard? Not whiteboard, glass board. Piece of glass that we use as a whiteboard. I think they did. I also noticed my water bottle, my phone's precariously balanced on the water bottle and is ever so slightly swaying. So sorry if you're feeling seasick. I apparently dropped my water bottle too much. You do have a checkpoint, you have an assignment. Number 4 is looking at protecting human research participants. It's going to tee you up for EDUT 580 and 605, which feel a long way away. They are not a long ways away. They're coming up before you know it. So it doesn't obviously kind of connect here, but if we gave you everything you need in 580, I personally feel that 580 is going to be the hardest course you will ever take. There's just so much stuff, so much to do. So we try and take all the things that can possibly be done before 580 and kind of backwards map them. And this assignment fits the best of all the courses you'll take in this one. So that's why you have it here. So it'll feel a little bit out of the blue, but as you go through this program, you'll see kind of threads that will hopefully kind of lead you up in a nice way as you accelerate into 580. So that's what that assignment is about. It's pretty straightforward. Read the Google Doc, submit the assignment, and then in the announcement and then also in groups, you'll see that you have groups for your final big assignment, the LA Unified iPad Reset. So I'll I'll explain a lot more of that next week, but definitely take a look at what that assignment is. Start connecting with your group, because it's a lot of work leading up to it. So even though we're not in week 8, you'll want to start connecting with your group about that now. So that's what's going on with week 6. To kind of circle back as we do kind of a spiral review, if you will you? Great. Some of you said no. I heard that. As we spiral review, talking about Twitter, or the Twitters as my mom calls it, ISTE, conference with 18,000 of my closest friends, is happening the end of June. Social media on Instagram and Twitter is starting to get going with people sharing out their resources. ISTE's ramping it up, trying to help you kind of get to know the town. It's in Philadelphia. I will be there. I'm actually partnering with their social media team to share the good word. I'll be doing an Instagram takeover one day. Not shared yet, but I'll share with you guys. Come here a little closer. Are you ready? They gave me a registration to give away. So if you would love to go to Philadelphia, you still have to figure out travel and hotel, but that's doable. If registration is getting in the way, it's like $500 to attend the conference. It's a big deal. I'm giving away a registration. And I'm not necessarily giving it to just this group, but it's going to happen. There'll be a giveaway. So ISTE doesn't do this thing often. Super excited about that. So if you're like, oh my gosh, I would love to go to the ISTE conference at the end of June in Philadelphia, hang out with 18,000 of Bill's closest friends, this is a chance to knock $500 off of that trip. I'll be sharing stuff out on Instagram, on Twitter, but start kind of engaging with those hashtags. It's a great way to, particularly if they ask a question as ISTE connects. It's Alyssa. She's like, hey, I'm trying to get people excited about the hashtag. This is your chance to like reply to at ISTE or ISTE connects or whatever it is. What are they? Twitter. Let me search real quick on ISTE. ISTE. Oh, they're just at ISTE these days. Yep, they changed it. They're at ISTE, ISTE. It's their 40th anniversary, so they're doing a big kind of ramp up. They are asking questions. Reply. There's a link. They're actually at a conference right now. COSN. So if you didn't know about that, it's COSN 2019 has been their stuff over the last couple weeks. Where was it? Maybe it's just on Instagram more, where they were sharing out stuff, asking you questions about what you're excited about with ISTE, the not at ISTE hashtag, all of that. So don't be shy about replying to it. They might retweet you as a chance to not only get some new followers, but just, start to become a part of the ISTE network. So that is all for week 6. I look forward to seeing what you're sharing in the discussion board and on your assignment.